Okay, good morning class 6. So we were doing word processor, tabular presentation. So creating a table. So last time I've discussed how to create a table in Microsoft Word. Okay. So in Microsoft Word, whenever you are making an application, whenever you are writing a document, sometimes you need to insert a table inside the Word document. Okay. So this table I'm talking about. So table means you'll get rows and columns. So intersections of rows and columns are known as, these are intersections of, these are rows and these are columns. So intersections of rows and columns are known as cell. Okay, these boxes are known as cell, and the intersection of rows and columns means cell. These cells all together makes a table. So whenever you're creating a Word document, sometimes you need to insert a table in your Word document. Okay, so here in this chapter in Microsoft Word, I'll tell you how to insert a table. Okay, so children, there are so many ways to insert a table. Like you can draw a table also. You can draw a table inside Microsoft Word document. You can insert a table grid also, and you can insert table as per your choice. Like you have to select the number of rows and number of columns. Okay. So table is one of the important features in MS Word for presenting information in a tabular format. Yes, children, like in your school diary, you must be having one table in your first page. Okay, so that table is given to write your routine or to write a timetable. So why? Because if you write a timetable inside the table, then that particular information or that particular timetable or a routine will look more informative, right? So these kind of tables are needed whenever you are making a Word document. So a table is an organized presentation of data segregated among the various number of rows and columns. So if you want to segregate certain things, so you need to insert a table. For example, I'll just give an example. So I'm making a table. Here this is a table. Here I'll write names, I'll write section, and I'll write your affiliated house. Okay, so here under the name column, I'll write the names of the students. Under section, I'll write the section, and under house, I'll write the house. So this way, if you segregate inside the table, then these looks more informative. So for that we need a table. How to insert a table? A table is created in multiple ways. Okay, to insert a table, you have to place the cursor where you want to insert the table. So if your cursor is here, then once you insert a table, your table will get inserted here. Okay, if your cursor is here, then when you insert a table, your table gets inserted here. So first you need to place the cursor where you want to insert a table. So click on the table button under the insert tab. So you will get the table under insert tab. Okay, so go to insert and click on table. The drop down menu with the table grid appears. Okay, when you click on insert table, the drop down menu appears, and from there you have to select the rows and the columns. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay, number of columns are 3 and number of rows are 4. You have to select number of columns and number of rows, and you have to click on insert. So this way you get the table. Okay, then after you get the table, you have to insert the data or insert the text inside the table. Okay, so how to enter? Adding data to a row or a column of a table is very easy. Just you need to click inside the row or inside the column, or we call it inside the cell. You just click the cursor inside the cell, the text gets inserted. Then you start typing your text. Okay, so that way you can enter data. So after you enter the data inside the table, you can format the data also. Formatting means you can increase the size of the text, you can change the color of the text, you can change the color of your fill colors also. You can change the style of your text. You can make it bold, italic. That way you can format your data which you have inserted inside the table. Okay. After you finish entering the data, you can edit a table. Editing a table means you can just change the size of the table. Okay, you can change the border size of the table. These are the border size. You can change the color of the table. You can fill the color inside the table, background color. Okay, the fun colors, you can edit it. Now, after you finish that, if you want to add more columns or if you want to add more rows, you can add later on also, like you can edit it. Okay, so like here I have got only 3 columns. If I want to add one more columns here, or if I want to add one more columns in between the table, or if I want to add one more rows in between the columns or the rows, then that is also possible, which comes under editing of the table. So if you want to insert a row here, what you have to do, you have to click on layout, that is under the table tools. Click on layout under table tools and click on insert above or below. So your rows comes either above or below. Okay, that way you can insert your row. And if you want to insert a column, then you have to click on table tool, layout, insert left or right. Your column will get inserted either left side or right side. Row gets inserted either above or below. So that way you can edit your table. Okay, so formatting your table, as I told you, you can change the color of the table, and at the same time, if you want to increase the height of the table and if you want to increase the width of the table also, that comes under formatting a table. So if you want to change the row height, okay, from normal, if you want to change the row height, you have to click on the same table tools, and under the table tools you will get an option called layout. From the layout you choose row height, okay, and click on height button. So normally you will get 1.49 centimeter height. You can increase the row height as per your choice. Okay, and at the same time you can change the column width. Row height means this one, and column width means this one here. Okay, height and width. So you can change the height and width of the table also. So it's there in page number 32. You can have a look at the figure number 13. Here the changes of height and rows are seen. You can see in the picture row height and column width is changed. So you will get it from the layout tab. Okay, so you can do that also. Now after you finish that, here one option is there which is called merge and split. So merge means if you want to merge four different you call it a column into one particular column or one particular row, you call it merging. And splitting means again to divide it into different rows and columns, which is known as splitting. So merge means once the table is created in Word file, it is possible to split and merge the cell in the table as per the requirement. Sometimes you need to merge these two rows. Okay, so merging means to get one solid one cell. Okay, merging means to get one solid one cell. In between your table also you can merge it as per your requirements. And splitting means again to divide it into the normal cell. Okay, this is called splitting. So merge and split, that can be done inside the table. Okay, after that you can resize table. So resize table means increase the size of the table. That comes under layout only. You have to click on table tools, then click on layout, and from the layout you click on autofit, drop down the cell size group. You have to click on autofill, drop down from the cell size group. So once you click there, you can drag your table from left side and right side, because you will get a cursor there. You can just increase the size, decrease the size, and at the same time you can align the text. Alignment means like in one box, in one cell, if you want these texts to come in the center, middle, or you want it at the left side, or you want it at the right side, or you want it in the center. That's called alignment. Okay, when you align it, then your text will, if you align center, your text will come in the center of your table or center of your cell. If you align left side, then your text or your number will come at the left side. Okay, and if you align right, then everything will come at the right side. So in Microsoft Word, alignments are very, very important. Look, like we normally in Microsoft Word, when you make a document, when you create a document, we do left align or right align or center align, and sometimes we do justify. Justify means both the side, left, right, top and bottom will be equally aligned. Okay, that can also be done in alignment or formatting of the tables. So this chapter is all about formatting table in Microsoft Word, editing a table, inserting a table, writing text inside the table, okay, then changing the border, changing the color, style, okay, merging and splitting of the cells in the table. So this chapter is tabular presentation is all about a table in Microsoft Word. So in the next class or in higher classes, we will be discussing more about Microsoft Word, but we will be discussing some other features in Microsoft Word. Okay, so this much for today, children. Like we have already done 2 chapters, and those 2 chapters will be coming for your unit test also. So children, please go through all the pages, okay, all the pages, because you will be getting 25 objective questions. From 25 objective questions, we will be giving you 4 options. From 4 options, out of 4, you have to choose 1 correct options. So you will have to study, you'll have to learn, you'll have to read all the lines, all the pages, okay, chapter 1 and chapter 2, because I have given you questions from all these pages. So examples, you have to go through not only that multiple choice question which is given in the exercises, you have to go through all the examples that are given in your book. Okay, examples of supercomputer, mainframe computers, smartphones, all these you have to go through. What is language processor, what is interpreter, what is assembler, what is compiler, you have to go through all these generations of computer. You have to know the names, you have to know the difference between all these generations of computer, and along with that you have to learn those exercises also from chapter 1 and from chapter 2. Okay, so please go through the pages. I'm telling you again and again, later on you don't tell that ma'am that this question is out of syllabus or this question is not there in the book, because everything is there in the book. You just need to go through all the pages. Okay, you need to read all the topics, all the chapters that are given for your unit test. Okay, see you in my next class. Thank you.